everything. My experience of being able to be in both grids has been a really nice adventure for me. And the fact that the language, the LSL scripting, the similarities between the builds, the similarities between the viewers has been actually a benefit to me because I didn't feel quite so lost when I got over there. That being said, I'm not really sure, unless somebody asks me direct questions, anything that I can answer. Yes, I am a woman.
Are you sure, honey?
Yes, I am sure. In fact, I'm in real life. If you're really that curious as to the accent, I'm half Native American, Mimi. So I have a little bit of an accent because I've spent many years on reservations. No, I I'm Zia Larnia that's speaking now. There are a few differences. There's pieces that are not supported on the Inworldz that have to be adjusted. That's true. However, there's much support there. There's a free scripting library and amazing scripters in Inworldz that you have opportunity to ask questions of at any given time, and they help you with the scripting adjustments. At least that's been my experience. I've never had any of my scripting or my building questions go unanswered or unresolved ever. May I interject one moment? I don't think many of you know this, but Elenia is actually one of the Inworldz founders. So she would be able to answer many of your official questions as well as programming questions.
Storm, do you hear a voice, Storm?
I can hear you.
I know you can, Amor, and I know you asked me to. Okay, Storm. Again, to the best of my knowledge, as long as I've been in SL, you know, everybody, and I'm gonna ignore local chat just for a moment so I can keep a train of thought to try and answer that question. You know, again, it's the we, them, us, they, whatever. SL, you know, for good or bad, in terms of creators, and the new TOS, and keeping the rights to your things, okay? They never claimed to be a free grid. They never claimed to be a place for creators. They are a corporation. They do want to make money. And there's nothing wrong with that either. I'm not picking on them at all. Inworldz was created to circumvent that. Inworldz, pardon me, Elenia, if I'm incorrect, but I believe that the Inworldz developers wanted to give people a place where they could go and be more creative that was a little bit different. That they weren't charging you for uploads. No one can answer if uploads will ever be free in SL, but I highly doubt it. It is a money-making venture. It is, and there's nothing wrong with that. They've been upfront about that from the beginning. Inworldz is a place where you can go, work on concepts. You know, it's funny, if I may. I've been in SL, as I said, for 7 years in March. I just needed to feel new again, so I went over to Inworldz again, and I'm a developer, and I'm a sim designer, a DJ, a jewelry maker, all kinds of crazy things. And I went over because I wanted to feel like, okay, I live in the city, but I want to go to my country home from time to time, or on the weekends, or at night. That's kind of the way that I felt about Inworldz. And again, it's a great design. They've set it up for people to be creative. You can go over there and sit on your sim and get a little peace and quiet and keep your business in SL. I think that having satellite branches of your stores is a really, really positive thing. You can bring your ideas back and forth. I think the only people that might stop you from doing that, if at all, is Linden Labs, not necessarily the founders of Inworldz. So, and again, not to be subversive, but I'm just saying, it doesn't have to be a choice between SL and Inworldz. It's just expanding your game. I can say that I'm a DJ for, you can see my tag over my head if you can see it. I've been a DJ in Second Life for 7 years, and I am now in Inworldz. I really enjoy it. And one of the jobs I do every day, Monday through Friday, is I'm a DJ for the Inworldz SL Connection Center. And it has given me great pride to do that because I want to get rid of or help to assist to get rid of the we them. No reason why you guys can't cross grids and have a great time playing both.
Yeah, and there I can break in. That's one of the big difference between Second Life and Inworldz. In Inworldz, the founders are listened to as residents in there, and not like in here that they don't give a fuck what we think. And well, the founders in Inworldz respect us as creators and residents there, so that's why it's so popular among us that has found a new home in there. But I'm in Second Life too and build and bring my stuff back and forward. So, but I'm really happy. It's easier to build nowadays for me in Inworldz because yeah, the computers take a hard hit to be in Second Life today. So,
can I speak for a moment?
Yes, please.
Elenia, I gave you a note card because I saw something that was copied. It was a belt, a very beautiful belt from Mandala here in Second Life, and it was copied. I know it very well. So you said, okay, you can't do that. You have to, the designer himself has to come here and complain. But how does this work? I can't ask Mandala to come Inworldz to, is it not enough if I give you a picture of the original one in Second Life and you can see that it's the same as the one people are copying in Inworldz?
I think, may I interject here? I believe what you're asking, I'm sorry, Mimi? Who asked that question?
Yes.
Is it Mimi?
Amy.
Okay.
Yes.
Mimi, can you post that question in? Because I'm a photographer and a Photoshop person. Please, I didn't hear the whole question.
I have to type?
Oh, no, just
No, no.
say it again if you would. I didn't hear the whole thing.
Last week I saw someone wearing a belt from Mandala. Mandala is a very famous brand in Second Life. I made a picture and I sent it to Elenia with the name of the creator, the name of the one who is wearing it. She even gave that belt to me full permission. She said, oh, you like my belt? Here you can get a copy. So I sent everything to Elenia, but she said, you can't put complaint that only the owner can, the real designer can do that. But I can't get Mandala to Inworldz to complain. And I think the moment you see that there's a copy, that someone is copying things from Second Life and bring it there, someone has to react, sorry. Otherwise, this is why I left Avination years ago, because designers didn't get support on these stolen things. So the moment that the designer can't come in Inworldz to complain, everything is allowed then?
Can,
I can ask him, but he's Japanese. He only speaks Japanese, so okay, I understand that, yeah. Well, I will start with a picture of that belt and you will see, and then I will try to ask Mr. Eel to come there, but he only speaks Japanese.
Mimi, there is a translator called Q Translator that covers most of the Oriental languages, and I use it quite frequently. It is possible that he could come and use the translator to help with the translation into English and back into Japanese. It actually does quite well with languages.
Excuse me, Elenia, is it okay if he sends you the DMCA here in Second Life on a note card with a picture? Yeah, okay, but I think the designers, they have to be protected, otherwise this won't last very long. This is what killed Aviation.
I'm sorry, Mimi, may I interject there? Not that I know for a fact that Aviation is dead. I haven't been there in quite a while. But I believe that Aviation, if they weren't doing well, to be quite frank with you, is because they offer no freebies. When I got there, I said, where do you find freebies to get started so you look halfway decent? They said, we do not do freebies here. And I left, and I never went back.
2 years ago, that was something very good. We had a weekly or a 2-weekly meeting with a lot of people in Aviation, and we could speak about everything. Designers came together with the owners, and it was good. But one time, one of the designers, he was wearing a skin from a designer that was not even there. And we reacted, and then Melanie said, okay, this is not your job. If I allow it, I allow it. But this was a wrong answer, and I left with all the big designers like Red Babystein, whatever.
Mimi, one of the biggest things, to give you guys some background, not that you care, but I'm going to give it to you because it matters a little bit. I am a 30-year retired recording artist, publishing company owner, musician, singer, songwriter. And I have to tell you that if it's important, cross grids in any kind of game to maintain your publishing, your copyrights, all of that, it's more on you to do that. So that when you go to introduce, say, to Elenia, look, I did this, it's copywritten, etc. Give her as much information as possible. If you feel like you have theft across grids or someone's botting, etc., try and cover your own butt. You expect the grid owners, the founders, the developers to do this for you, and that's not necessarily fair because that's a lot of work.
Of course, it's a lot of work, but that person is it, okay, what else can you use? Do you need lashes? Do you need this? Do you need that? And they were starting to transfer things to me. Well, then that's fishy, I'm sorry. But okay, I will see that I can ask the designers to come over or to make a complaint here to Elenia.
Well, Mimi, to back that up a little bit, I've seen wars go on in here. I'll give you a great example. One of my closest friends here in SL is a top-of-the-line creator of clothes and furniture for the Zuby. She's a Zuby affiliate for the babies. And someone accused her of theft. First of all, I know that not to be true, and many people know that she's a very good creator and developer of her own work. It's not true. But if people really want to cross grids and really become a big developer on many grids, I will reiterate, you have to copyright your own material. You can't expect the grid owners, the founders, the developers to protect you that way, because although copywriting materials and viewers have been outlawed, they still exist. It's called hacking and griefing. I just experienced something to that effect a couple of days ago and assisted someone with that. There's not much anyone can do in terms of being a grid owner if you're not willing to protect yourself. Yeah, but HUDs is not the answer, Kira. Get rid of HUDs. I have every HUD known to man. Don't use them. It's just like land. You know, if someone shows up and they throw particles on your land, just eject them. It's not got to be such a big deal. But in terms of content theft, you have to protect yourself, and you have to be able to hand that in to whichever grid you're on, the founders. When you write a ticket, don't just write a ticket because you think you've been copybotted. Don't write a ticket because you think whatever. Research it, and then, because it's a lot of work on their part.
Okay, thank you all for your answer. One little question, maybe I missed it. What's the policy about freebies in Inworldz? I mean, is there a policy?
Well, I can interject if no one else wants to. I'm sure that Eleni is typing, or perhaps Amor, or whoever. But from my experience, freebies are welcome. You can find them almost everywhere, just like you can here. I think that it's to the benefit of every developer and creator of any product to give out a gift or a freebie to anyone. I don't mean even just to join your group. Give people a chance to get a good head start and put out something that you've created, and they exist.
Okay, so there is no policy. Everybody can put for free what they want. I'm only concerned that it will become a freebie world like Second Life, that's all.
Mimi, what I've experienced is that I didn't get any freebies at the Welcome Center. What I did, though, was there are free gifts at everyone's stores, and it encourages people to explore. And I am an explorer anyway, so when I would go and see, go through the search and start TPing around the Inworldz grids, there were many stores that had free gifts for under 30 days, or free gifts just within their stores. It promotes people keeping the landmarks and knowing where their favorite places are, etc. So no, the freebies are not all in one location. The freebie warehouse is up and running again, and there are many of us that have put a free item in the freebie warehouse. However, that doesn't mean that our things are for free. That's a promotional ability for us as creators.
And I know it's many shops and creators that has said that 30 days things. If you are under 30 days, you get the free gift. So it's just a matter of find the shops that has it.
Guys, it's always great business sense on any grid to give out a group gift, even if you put a group tag on it, like mandatory group tag on it. It's a great thing to do that. I want to reiterate that these grids are not very different. They're really not. But Inworldz has created a place where you can be more creative. You really can. It's very expansive, and people are coming every day, and it's a great place to come and put down roots while you play here as well. It doesn't have to be a choice. Again, freebies is a wonderful thing.
May I?
Oh, sorry.
I can answer that one about griefers. I can tell you and promise you that the founders in Inworldz are quickly as hell to deal with any griefers. We have had some that has come in, and the Elena for once are online and deal with it directly as soon as it comes in a report of a griefer or anyone that does things like that. So that's beautiful. It's not like in a Second Life where it can take days or weeks before anyone even answer you.
Pammy Joe, I wanted to have a say about what you just asked. Okay, people are going to play their video games the way they play them. However, what's nice is there are separate areas, and if you do not want to play your virtual world in certain ways, you don't have to go to those sections or those sims. It's not something that is promoted all over the grid, or basically the mentality of shoving things in your face. There's also at the Welcome Center, unlike the Welcome Centers here, that when you go into the Welcome Centers here, it seems to be like this, I have no idea what it is, but it to me, even now, it gets a little crazy. And the Welcome Center in Inworldz, there's very strict rules of conduct there. So the griefing and the what is it? The sexual hitting on other avatars as they come in, that those kinds of conduct things are not allowed.
To back up what Zia just said, there's been a huge influx of people trying out Inworldz. I use the word trying out loosely, okay? In that, because people are now finding the grid because it's becoming popular. The developers did a great job. Things are offered that people want, so there's a lot of people coming. A lot. In that, you're also going to get some griefing material. Some people that come in and try and cause a hard time. You're not going to be able to avoid that once a grid becomes popular. However, Inworldz sees next to no griefing. They see next to no botting, none of that kind of stuff. And when they do, not only are the founders and the mentors responsive to that, but the residents are as well. It's a really peaceful place.
Yes, and another thing is that in Inworldz the founders are active and